What have you done to me? You put my engine in a steamroller?
Most people don't know this, but Cars was once a much darker movie. Not just different, darker. I just stepped out of a deep dive into the hidden vault of Pixar, and my pulse is still racing. People think they know the first Cars movie inside out, yet the storyboards tell a very different tale. I spent the day sifting through every deleted scene and picked the ones that hit hardest. Keep your eyes on the road, because the opening cut you never saw throws the movie into darkness. Trust me, the road ahead is paved with surprises, and every mile brings a new jolt. The original plot of Cars wasn't just different, it was unsettling. And if the version we got was a clean, cheerful ride through small-town charm, the one we almost got took a sharp left into body horror. Now, I've spent too long thinking about how the Cars universe actually works. The theory I've come to trust is something I call the homunculus theory. It's not a joke. It's a serious attempt to explain why these cars have doors they don't use, seats they don't need, and eyes where the windshield should be. According to this theory, humans didn't go extinct. They merged. They evolved into some sort of hybrid, part human, part machine. In this version of reality, every car in Radiator Springs, in every race, in every rusty junkyard, has a tiny human pilot embedded inside. Not driving the car, fused into it. The car is their new body. The human part is shrunken down, tucked deep inside the frame, maybe behind the dashboard, maybe inside the engine block. The windshield becomes the eyes. The horn is the voice. This is their life now. They don't get out. They can't get out. Which brings us to the deleted scene that ruins everything.
So, what is standard community service?
I don't know. Guess you'll find out tomorrow. Lights out.
If this scene had made it into the final cut, it would have destroyed the homunculus theory. And that's because it does something the movie never dares to do. It shows us what happens when a car's consciousness is removed.
Look, he's waking up!
How you feeling, son?
Oh, I feel kind of funny.
Huh, that's weird. Everything came out okay. You'll be feeling like yourself in no time.
Okay, Doc. Let's get him ready for community service.
What have you done to me?
In this scene, Lightning McQueen has a dream, or maybe a nightmare. It starts in the impound. His engine is taken out of his body, removed, pulled, like a heart in surgery. It's not played for laughs. It's not even framed as punishment. It's presented like a routine operation. They yank the engine out and drop it into a steamroller.
You put my engine in a steamroller?
You asked for community service, dummy.
No, you guys are nuts! This place is crazy! I gotta get out of here!
What's he doing? I think he's trying to escape.
Now think about that. If the engine is the mind, if that's where the self lives, then McQueen's soul just got transplanted. His identity, stripped from his red race car shell, is now trapped inside a slow, lumbering machine meant for flattening roads. That's not just unsettling, that's existential. And it doesn't stop there. Mater shows up, sees McQueen's now empty body, and says he's always wanted to be fast. So what does he do? He installs his own engine inside Lightning's chassis. Suddenly, Mater is inside Lightning's body, racing, spinning, heading for California. And Lightning? He's stuck, engineless, voiceless, watching his stolen self drive away. The implications hit hard. If the engine is the seat of consciousness, then the body is just a shell, meaning identity is transferable, stealable, killable. Which breaks the homunculus theory in two. Because if cars can swap minds, like hardware parts, then they aren't fused human hybrids. They're something else, something colder, something worse. And that's why this scene was cut. It goes too far. It opens a door the film never wanted to walk through. It asks questions no kid's movie should be ready to answer. Where does the car's soul live? What happens when it's removed? Can anyone take it? Can anyone lose it? In that version of Cars, nobody's safe. Not even Lightning McQueen. The biggest surprise rolls in with the Motorama girls. Ramon once told us Flo had a show car past. The deleted scene proves it in chrome.
Flo's looking good tonight.
How she wound up with you is a real question.
Oh, yeah, well, and these Motorama girls came passing through town, all the way from Detroit, Michigan. Oh, baby, were they hot. Never saw nothing like it before.
A convoy of slick fins pulls into Radiator Springs, and every male car skids for a better look. The street turns into a live car show, horns popping, engines revving, paint jobs flashing like fireworks. Ramon sets up his gear, steady hands ready for fresh stripes. He works through each girl, dropping pin lines and candy coats. When Flo rolls forward, he freezes, drops the airbrush, and admits she is too good for his touch. The first spark of their love story lights right there, surrounded by roaring engines and jealous eyes.
One by one. Pinstripe here, a little flame job there, fast car. And I threw down the airbrush just like that. And she says, "What's the matter? You're too good to paint me? You're too good for me to paint. I can't touch a classic."
The next missing scene pushes punishment even further. Doc sentences McQueen to traffic school after the road wreck. Sally plays instructor, whistle and grill, rule book under wiper. Real headlights are fixed to Lightning's face so he can train after sunset. The lesson is simple. Park between two cones. He misses, scrapes, stalls, and fumes. Sally keeps calm, guides him back, and makes him try again and again.
The purpose of traffic school is to motivate you to be a more attentive and safe driver.
Oh, please.
Excuse me?
I'm a professional race car. I already know all this stuff.
Well then, I suppose you wouldn't mind showing the rest of the class how to properly indicate a left turn, would you?
Use your left turn indicator.
Well, I'll be dadgum. Your turn signals are just stickers.
The moment shrinks the giant ego into a rookie with wobbling wheels. By the final attempt, he slides in smooth. The small win feels bigger than any trophy because he earns it away from cameras and cheers. Fans keep asking if Cars needed these scenes. I lean yes. They raise stakes, deepen bonds, and aim sharper headlights at the film's core ideas. Still, the released cut won hearts worldwide, so the question shifts. What do these scraps teach us now? They remind us that every movie hides rough drafts full of risk, that safe paths are chosen only after artists drift on wilder roads. There was once a scene, just after McQueen loses Mac, that took things in a whole new direction. Instead of McQueen casually rolling out of the trailer and ending up in traffic, the original storyboard took him somewhere scary. He sees a highway, starts driving, speeds up, and then darkness. Complete darkness. He keeps going, confused. Then he realizes he's not on a road anymore. He's in a graveyard. Yes, a car graveyard. And it's not just background detail. In this version, McQueen accidentally bumps into a dead car body. It gets stuck on him, and he ends up dragging it back onto the road. Now imagine seeing that in big screen. No jokes, no Radiator Springs, just a rookie race car in the middle of a graveyard dragging a car corpse. And that's not even the only dark moment. But there was also an alternate version of how McQueen gets separated from Mac. In the movie we know, it's because some mischief happens on the road and Mac accidentally falls asleep. But in the original plan, things were more casual. In the final film, Mac dozes off and street racers bump him. The early boards take a quieter route. Mac pulls into a lonely car wash to rinse off a swarm of smashed moths. He tells Lightning to stay put. But boredom wins. McQueen rolls outside, stretches his tires, and bumps into two identical waitresses. Yes, the same twins who flashed their headlights during the Piston Cup intro. Rusty and Dusty also pop in, but here they are just ordinary fans, not sponsors.
Oh my gosh! That guy looks just like Lightning McQueen! It is Lightning McQueen! Are you really him?
Yeah.
I'm Mia. I'm Tia. We're twins. Can you tell?
Have you seen my driver? Big, ugly guy, kind of slow.
Hey everybody, it's Lightning McQueen!
Hey, brother, look! It's that race car! Whoa, we never get celebrities around here!
Hey, buddy, you won that race.
You saw me win?
Yeah, you were robbed. They totally took it away from you.
Tires or no tires, you had him by a thread.
Totally!
It's funny to think about it now. If Rusty's wasn't his sponsor in this version, then who was? The crowd around McQueen starts hyping him up. People are yelling that he was robbed in the race. Some say he had the win and the officials messed it up. Others say he had the lead even without tires. Everyone's treating him like a champion. Meanwhile, Mac finishes his wash, hops back into the driver's seat, and drives off. He thinks McQueen is still asleep in the trailer, but he's not. That's how they get separated. This version has a very different feel. Less chaos, more character build-up. And then comes the motel scene. You remember the final version, right? McQueen has a funny nightmare. He loses the race to Frank, the combine harvester, and Frank gets the Dinoco sponsorship. It's a joke, silly and harmless. But in the early version, not so much. The scene takes place during the big race. McQueen's pushing hard when all his tires suddenly explode. Not just the back two, all of them.
Real
No.
And then it gets worse. His engine falls out. Not overheats, falls out. Then his engine gets ripped apart. That's not a bad dream. That's death. And in the language of cars, that's about as dark as it gets. McQueen doesn't just lose. He completely breaks down. It's intense, disturbing, and honestly way too much for the younger crowd. I get why they cut it, but part of me still wishes they'd released this version as a special. These early scenes show us something important. Pixar wasn't afraid to take risks. They explored serious tones, death, breakdowns, loneliness, and they still kept the soul of the story alive, but they also knew where to draw the line. What's also interesting is the small changes, like McQueen originally having the number 57 instead of 95, or how his sponsors weren't decided until later. Every little tweak helped shape the character we know today. Still, watching these deleted scenes makes you wonder what Cars could have been. A road movie with fear, loss, and maybe even a hint of horror before turning into the bright, optimistic film we all saw in theaters. I will keep digging through storyboards because every lost mile shows how creators wrestle with tone, pacing, and audience nerves. If you feel a jolt knowing Mater once stole Lightning's body, or that Ramon's first words, to flow, were pure respect, then the cutscenes did their job even in the dark. If the darker side of Cars fired up your mind, hit like so I know you want more hidden Pixar roads. Drop a comment telling me which deleted scene you'd keep in the movie, and why. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell because I'm digging into more lost storyboards next week, and you won't want to miss the first lap. Share this video with any friend who thinks they know every inch of Route 66. Thanks for cruising with me. I'll catch you in the next deep dive.